Alright, get ready. I know it's going to be a war down in the comments section over this loot crate. People that like the spicy and colorful outfits are going to be really happy this time. Those looking for military or apocalyptic, maybe next time. But the true winners in this loot crate are the viewers that are always asking for chest and abs to be shown on the male models. You waited, and they delivered. Astral Nexus features a spicy, bunny-themed outfit, chair, and weapon skin. And let's be honest with ourselves, we all know that spicy outfits sell, and it funds the game. For me though, I have to critique based on design. I'm not particular on bunnies personally, but I like that the loot crate actually has a theme for all of the collection items this time. The female outfit does somewhat clash with the robotic ears versus a fluffy bunny tail though. However, the tail is specifically attached to the top, not the pants. So that's an odd choice. And as always, I have to point out the random belts. These serve no purpose and they look silly. Also, from everything I've heard, we got a censored version here. You can see it in the preview portraits, and I know a lot of people don't like censorship in video games. I think it's silly in this specific instance anyway, because the censorship is so minimalistic that it's practically the same as bare skin anyway. As for the male outfit, the design is honestly similar to things we've had in the past with the pants and even the jacket, and just too many belts. I say this way too often with the designs in this game. Seriously, look, there are 18 belts on this outfit. 18! What purpose do these serve? But the designers were like, no one will notice if we unzip his shirt and show off some abs and chest. And you know what? They're probably right. But I want to know in the comments, what do you guys think about these outfits? What's your thoughts on the censorship? Keep it civil though. Everyone has different tastes and values. At the end of the day, we all just want to have fun playing a game. So before we get to the showcase, I have to do our usual how it works. If you're new to this loot crate system, essentially you pay real money for Christian. Then you use that to draw in the crate. It's 160 Christian per draw, and the first 10 are 50% off. Each draw has a chance at any item in the loot pool. After 20 draws, you're guaranteed a gem. Gems can then be used to exchange for the best items. And any duplicate items drawn will give you relics, which can also be used to exchange for items in the shop. So here's the math. Lightforge gems have a 7% chance to drop per draw, so via probability calculation, you have a 51.6% chance to get one every 10 pulls. In the absolute worst case scenario where you are extremely unlucky and never get a gem before the guarantee at 20 pulls, this would be the math for acquiring gems in the worst case. Remember, this is the absolute worst case, and the more gems you want, the less likely you will fail this hard. But it's definitely best to see this worst case scenario so that you understand what you're getting into. However, with duplicate draws, you will also get those relics that reduce the worst case scenario by a randomized amount. Please remember though, this system is gambling. If you have an addiction to gambling or you are underage, stay away from this. There's recently been a bunch of new games that you could spend that money on, and you can probably find reviews for them on my channel. You know, I'm kind of curious how many of you longtime viewers don't skip the how it works and warning section, since I say the same thing every time. Anyway, let's move on to the showcase. First, the Astral Leap set. With 3 idle animations, a unique activatable animation, and an exclusive jump effect. Next, the Shadow Dash ACS-12 weapon skin. We'll start with the weapon inspection emote. It has a unique bullet tracer effect and even the bullet holes. Here's the reload. And all of it in first person. And again with the reload. Then we have the Aether Seat furniture and its interactive animations. The Bunny Planet Makeup Pack, Old Anecdote Hat, Quantum Step Boots, Bunny Weapon Charm, Mind Game Cradle Charm, the Chill sticker, the Pumpkin sticker, Haywire Bottoms, a Disc Weapon Charm, Mad Microphone Cradle Charm, and lastly, if you get all of the collection items, you will also get the Scale Dust Avatar. So, as always, if this showcase helped you decide, make sure to share it with your friends to help them. For more content, YouTube is going to recommend a video on the left, and my entire Once Human playlist on the right.